Good morning, students. So today we are discussing about brain. So brain, it is the one of the most important organ in the nervous system. So in the nervous system, there will be a central nervous system is there. Central nervous system, CNS. So PNS and ANS. So nervous system is divided into three parts. Nervous system, it has how many divisions? Three divisions: central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, and autonomous nervous system. In these three divisions, so brain and spinal cord present in the central nervous system. Present in the central nervous system. So today we are going to discuss about brain. So can you say that which organ is playing major role for reading, remembering, thinking, and sense and responses to external environmental stimuli, and these mainly are responded by the brain. So brain, it is composed of mainly neurons. Brain, it is composed of neurons. So generally the brain is located uh, inside inside the head. Particularly there will be a skull is there. Skull, inside the skull there will be a box like structure, that is cranium is there. Cranium. So brain is located mainly inside the skull, particularly cranium. So skull is a bony box in which cranium is there, in which brain is present. So brain is, it is mainly uh, surrounded by the, or protected by the three membranes. So that is means brain is protected by the three meninges or membranes. So the first one is pia mater, and the second one is arachnoid matter, and third one is diam diamembrane. Diamembrane. So brain is surrounded by three membranes or meninges. So they are called pia membrane or pia mater, arachnoid membrane, and a diamembrane. So these three membranes should protect the brain. So in between these membranes are meninges. There will be a cerebrospinal fluid is present. This cerebrospinal fluid protect the brain against mechanical shocks and injuries. So in this way, brain is surrounded by meninges. Membranes are called three membranes, that is pia and pia membrane and arachnoid membrane and diamembrane. So next, brain, it has three major parts. So that is, the first and most important brain is forebrain, and the second one is midbrain, and third one is hindbrain. So brain is divided into three parts: forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. So forebrain is also called a cerebrum. The surface of the cerebrum is folded. Is folded. The surface of the cerebrum is folded. So why? Because when it is folded, it has the more surface. So when the more surface is present, there is a choice to accommodation of more neurons. If the more neurons are accommodated, there will be storage capacity will be increases. So that here in cerebrum, the upper surface is folded. So the in these folded parts, there will be a wavy like manner. So now the let us take in this manner. So now these are the furrows. These are the grooves. The down parts are called grooves, and the swollen or upper parts are called ridges. Grooves also called sulci. Ridges are also called gyri. So sulci and gyri. So these grooves and ridges should help to the increasing the surface of the cerebrum. So that here when you see that cerebrum is the brown in color, means the upper part of the brain, that is cerebrum, that is surface of the cerebrum, it is which color? Means brown in color, color. So when we go to that deeply, the cerebrum is divided into two halves. Cerebrum is divided into two halves. So right and left. So right one is called right cerebral hemisphere. So when you observe that cerebrum, there will be it will be divided into two halves. It will be divided into two halves. The surface of the cerebrum is middle a groove is there. It indicates that it divided into two parts, that is the right and left. So right side is called right cerebral hemisphere, left side is called left cerebral hemisphere. So right cerebral hemisphere can control the functions of the left side body. Left cerebral hemisphere can control the functions of right side body. So in this way, cerebrum is divided into two halves. So cerebrum is forebrain is divided into two halves, that is cerebros, they are called what? Right cerebral hemisphere and left cerebral hemisphere. So what are the functions of right cerebral and left cerebral? Means right cerebral hemisphere can control the functions of the left side. Left cerebral hemisphere can control the right side body functions. So in this way they can set their duties. Next, go to that cerebrum, as it is also called forebrain. It is the largest part of the brain. So it must. So below the cerebrum, we can see that here we can see that diencephalon. Another part, diencephalon we can see. So diencephalon, and there after that it is another part is important below the cerebrum, thalamus. Below the cerebrum, another part we can see, it is the part of the cerebrum only, but it is present downward. So that is called thalamus. And to the thalamus there will be another part is called hypothalamus. Thalamus and hypothalamus. To the hypothalamus, in down region there will be a pea-seed sized part is called pituitary gland. So all these parts, pituitary gland, hypothalamus and thalamus, diencephalon, and these are the parts in the cerebrum or forebrain. Cerebrum or forebrain. So let us go to the main functions of the cerebrum. So it is the largest part of the brain. It is also called forebrain. So because of having several other parts, it can it should be play a major role for the carrying out several activities like thinking. So now I am saying that functions of cerebrum. So cerebrum should play major role thinking, knowledge, intelligence. And also it can control the emotions, hunger, and sleepy and fullness. Hunger, sleepy, fullness. These are the controlled by the thalamus, particularly hypothalamus and pituitary gland. So diencephalon also. So hunger, thirsty, fullness and emotions are under the diencephalon, thalamus, hypothalamus and pituitary gland. All together they may control. Mainly here pituitary gland should play major role. It is the part of gland in the endocrine system. It is a master gland. Which is the master gland in our body? Pituitary gland. Where it is located? Brain. Particularly where? Below the cerebrum. Particularly where means it is attached to the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is the part to the thalamus. Thalamus is attached to the cerebrum. So in this way, all these parts are include means cerebrum. So what are the functions of cerebrum and forebrain? So thinking, knowledge, intelligence, sensing, emotions, hunger, thirsty, sleepiness, sleepy, and what we can see that fullness and sensing. All these activities under controlled by the cerebrum. Next, go to the midbrain. So midbrain actually it is the part in the brainstem. So from here to here. So now from here to here. So now it is from this, from here to here, it is called total brainstem. It is called what? Brainstem. So from here to here, it is called what? Brainstem. The first part of the brainstem is called midbrain. Midbrain. So it is the smallest portion which is present below the cerebrum, and this midbrain is located this. So this is the midbrain. So the midbrain mainly responsible for hearing and sight, means optic vision. Those purpose it is midbrain should play major role. And next go to that brainstem. Brainstem is again have two parts, that is pons and medulla oblongata. So it is the brainstem. After the midbrain, again it has two parts. The first part is called what? Pons. The second part is called medulla oblongata. We know that medulla oblongata continue as a spinal cord. So that here the brainstem, it has three parts: midbrain, pons and medulla oblongata. So here midbrain already over, and now let us take the pons and medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata and pons are only. So both together. So all these cerebellum. So behind the brainstem means there will be a important part, we can see cerebellum. We can see that cerebellum. This part is called what? Cerebellum, which is attached to the brainstem, and this is should play major role. So it is called what? Cerebellum. So cerebellum, pons and medulla oblongata all together is called what? Hindbrain. So in hindbrain, how many parts are present? Three: cerebellum, pons and medulla oblongata. All these means hindbrain. Hindbrain. Now what are the functions of hindbrain? So hindbrain functions mainly it should play major role for vital activities like respiration, heartbeat, digestion, excretion. All these activities are under the control of cerebellum. And so mainly here when you go to that medulla oblongata should play major role for the control of heartbeat, secretion of saliva, digestion. All these activities under control of medulla oblongata. So mainly here body posture also under the control by cerebellum. Body posture of the means balance. balance also under the control of cerebellum. So and movement also under the control of cerebellum. So these are the parts in the brain. So once again have a glance. So brain, it is the part of a nervous system. It is one of the part in the central nervous system. So brain, it is located inside the head, particularly skull. Inside the skull there is a box is called cranium, in which brain is present. So brain, it is the most powerful and important, vital, marvelous organ, because of it is responsible for thinking, knowledge, intelligence, sense, and all these other activities. So the brain is mainly surrounded by meninges. So brain is surrounded by what is called meninges. There will be three meninges are there. So those pia mater or pia membrane, arachnoid membrane, dia membrane. These three membranes are surrounded the brain. So between these there will be a fluid is present, cerebrospinal fluid. This fluid is help to protect the brain against mechanical shocks and jerks. So when you see that, so brain, so after the meninges, so total when you take the brain it has three parts. So brain is divided into how many parts? Three parts. So the first part is called forebrain, the middle part is called midbrain, and last part is and down part is called what? Hindbrain. So the forebrain, it is the largest part of the brain. Forebrain, it is the largest part of the brain, and when we go to the forebrain, it is also called cerebrum. When we go to the cerebrum, the surface of the cerebrum, it has folds. So means grooves and ridges. So ridges are grooves are called sulci and ridges are called gyri. So because of increasing surface, there will be accommodation of more neurons. So in this way, the major part of the brain is what? Cerebrum. So next, cerebrum is divided into two halves: right cerebral hemisphere, left cerebral hemisphere. Already I said left cerebral hemisphere can control the functions of the right side body, and right cerebral hemisphere can control the left side body parts. So in this way, the cerebrum is divided into two halves.